Well, hey guys, how is everybody doing? I hope you're well. We're going to get into a little bit of work on this 066 build this evening. Not much, I don't have a lot of time, but we're going to start by getting some of these parts. I'm going to call it super clean. You guys know I've done a little bit of collab with Super Clean about a year ago, I guess you would call it. They sent us some products. We tried them out, made a video. They were kind enough to, let us do a giveaway and give some items away. The lady, I think her name's Jessica, had got back a hold of me and said, "Hey, would you like to show some Super Clean products in your video again?" I was like, "Well, sure, that's great. I'm all out of degreaser and cleaner at the moment, so it'll help us both out a little bit." So that is what we're going to do today. Alright guys, so we're going to start. I'm going to do these case halves with this spray bottle, and then we'll use the foam on the plastic just for no particular reason. And they recommend using this with cold water, and they don't recommend letting it stay on very long because it's so powerful. It could eat away at some of your parts. They're not paying me to do this or anything, no sponsorship. Just one person helping another out. They send me some cleaner. I show it to you guys in a video, in hopes that maybe, one of you'll pick it up and use it. But I'd say a lot of you guys have used the stuff already. So that's what we're going to do. You can see this stuff is nasty. These saws were crusty. The other one cleaned up real nice. I'm kind of hoping this one does the same. We're just going to start. We're kind of hosing them down if we can get it on the mist. There we go. I'm sorry if you can hear neighbors in the background. I hope not, but could be the case. Or if the dog starts barking, I apologize in advance. But that's what we're going to do. We're just going to hose them down. I'm going to let them sit for a little bit, and we'll bring you guys back. I'll dip them in our bucket of water over here, and we'll see what we come up with. But I know this is already an awesome product. Just, I needed to clean these parts. Honestly, my parts cleaners has stuff sitting all over it, has for a long time, and it's easier for me to do it this way. So we'll let that sit for a little bit, and I'll bring you guys back. Alright guys, we've been sitting here for a few minutes, and always be safe. Don't handle this stuff with your bare hands. I'm crazy. Don't copy what I do in the videos. Always be safe. What we're going to do now is give it a good clean on here in a bucket of water. Okay, so that one may have needed to sit a little longer. It's still pretty gummed up. But you can see there's stuff already running off of that one. These things they're a good test. They have grease just caked all over them. We all know how old this saw is. It's probably better part of 3 decades old. Probably made in the early 90s, late 80s, somewhere in that era. I'm not even for sure when the first run of an 066 was, but this one would be a prime example of it. And you can already see we're already looking much better. So what we'll do is we're going to give them another hose down with that stuff. Make sure I get it good and covered. I've got to do the underside and back side. I just figured I'd video a little bit of it and maybe show you guys how this stuff works, those of you that haven't used it. It is a really good cleaner, really powerful. You don't want it on your skin for very long at all. Alright, we'll let that sit there for a little bit, and I'll bring you guys back. Alright guys, we'll just give them both a dunk in the water. what we come up with. I honestly think it would be better if I would have drug out my pressure washer and soaked them down outside and sit and sprayed them down, but we'll give it a try this way. Let's see what we come up with. Alright guys, here's where we're at right now. Starting to see some of what's left of the paint on them. Sadly, there's no paint left hardly on this side at all. But I've got paint, actual, automotive grade paint. This is a restoration. We'll be painting this saw, fixing anything that needed fixed. I think I have most of everything here to do this, and I'd had some of you ask if it'll be ported. Yes, it will be ported. The deal with these is it'll be mainly machine work to get the exhaust roof a little lower on it, but that is where we're at. I had sprayed in here, but it's still pretty grimy. You can't even take a rag and get it out. There's still a little on the tops of the tanks. I didn't even realize that bolt nut was in there, but we'll leave it. It's not just going to fall off either. So that's where we're at. We'll get some more sprayed in the areas that need done. Then I'll bring you guys back, and hopefully we've almost got some clean cases to work with. But like I said, these will be painted, but I've found that it's easier for me to paint these cases with the acrylic enamel that I'm using. It is a two-part paint. It's a little different than using spray paint. If I'm spray painting, I'll bake it in the oven. I found that the acrylic enamel does not like being baked in the oven. Not at all, but you're talking paint that flashes off within 15 minutes versus paint that takes a month to cure, which is the spray paint. But anyway, and make sure you're doing this in a well ventilated area. You're probably not supposed to ingest the fumes from this stuff. Again, always be safe, but hopefully when I bring you guys back, we've got some pretty clean cases to work with. Alright guys, we got a nice clean set of cases to work with. You can go over and do a little more fine detail, but to work with them, get a rebuild done, honestly, that's about as far as you need to take it. And if you refer back to the beginning clip of the video, like stuff you see like this is just where the magnesium was burned from the exhaust gases, and of course it's bare magnesium, paint's missing, and I think they'll do pretty good. But the next thing we're going to do is we are going to get these set to the side for now and get our handle over here and take the spray foam to it. And it's nowhere near as bad as these were, but I just wanted to try the other product on them, so I'll get you guys set up and bring you back. Alright guys, we've got our can of spray foam. I don't know that it needs a shake, but we'll give it a good shake just in case. Hose this thing down and see if we can just see the grease melting off of it, which I'm sure we'll be able to. And like I said earlier, do what I do. You should always be safe, wear some kind of glove. Alrighty. I've used this stuff before. It is awesome. Like I said, you can about just sit and watch the dirt dissolve and ooze away. We almost missed the most greasy part on the handle, I think, which was here. Let's just give it all a good hose down. Why not? Probably even some in the tank. I'm gonna have to flush it. and flush it about 5 more times. It's very nasty inside. Okay guys, I'm going to give her a dunk in the water, and we'll come back and I'll show you what we got. Guys, the handle turned out really nice. We'll get to that in a little bit. Cleaned up a lot nicer than I thought it would. Those dirty, greasy saws usually clean up better than the ones you get that's already been pre-cleaned. Alright guys, I wanted to throw one more part into the mix. You can see it gets pretty throated over, looking pretty rough. We're going to spray it down. Let it sit and work its magic. And then see what we've got, how that looks when we're done. Well guys, I think that'll work. Again, here's the two products that we were sent, that we used. They're basically the same thing. This one's just a spray foam, but pretty good product. I gave it a thumbs up before. You know, I continue to still give it a thumbs up. Anyway, when we get into the build of this, how I'll probably do the video, I've done a couple this way. I think our little 24 wood boss was down the way. I'll just video little bits and clips of it and put it all together in a 10-minute video or so, just to show the process of what we're doing. And when I get to the porting part of it, we are going to do another porting video. Not 100% sure how I'll title that. The last one took off and was doing really good, and then I don't know what happened. It just kind of tanked. It still gets some views, but not as well as some of my other porting videos. I've got some out there that's pretty dang popular, but anyway, as always, thank you guys for watching, subscribing, commenting, giving us that thumbs up. That really helps the channel a lot. You guys have a great day.